In foul treatment news, submitted by Ballin with 4 N's, an animal rights activist is speaking out against a bird tossing contest at a county fair.
Okay,
That's fucked up.
I actually agree this time with the animal activist.
Yeah, that's a
Unless
no.
it's dead. Is it dead chickens from like a grocery store?
Is it rubber chicken?
Even worse.
Oh, I thought it was like.
I don't know, because what I picture is them throwing pigeons and it's going.
That's like a dove.
Yeah.
They still don't want to be thrown.
Yeah, throwing pigeons is not a beautiful sight. Throwing doves is really beautiful.
But it's more like you're just letting them go. This is a throwing contest, and even if they were already dead, I'm sure they would have killed them for the contest.
Well, this is a bird tossing. Okay, specifically
What's
like
bird tossing?
pigeon rolling contest.
No.
How do you roll a pigeon on the
horrific.
floor?
I'm trying to be open-minded.
Is it medieval times?
I'm not. I'm closed-minded for this one.
You guys will be mind blown.
We have bowling now.
Find out where this takes place.
Can you give us a hint? Can you give us a hint?
Portland.
No.
China?
You're all wrong.
It's in the United States?
No. So that was a clue.
Okay. Okay.
The UK.
No.
Thailand.
Somewhere where you would
Switzerland.
I don't think you would
Iceland.
expect
Egypt.
it. Too far.
Is it an archipelago?
No. So
Taiwan.
it is in Canada.
Oh, what?
That's
Right?
crazy. The nice people?
There's white trash in Canada.
So this is happening in Canada, and so they're saying that there's this tradition at this particular fair where they have pigeon rolling contests where like even kids are participating and they're literally rolling the pigeons. They're saying that this is a special breed of pigeon
That likes to be rolled?
known for their acrobatic abilities,
Oh, they're good at somersaults.
and they are claiming that they don't fly.
Okay.
I will show you a video.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, let's see.
So they're like chickens. They don't fly.
That's like throwing a cat off a 3-story building because you hear they land on their feet.
I mean,
I did that.
Right now.
The volume's off.
yeah, I turned it
There's
off.
no volume. Or there's
He's kidding. Don't. Cancel
I love
Joe.
cats. I love
Don't
cats.
cancel Joe.
Yeah, we don't
Yeah.
need. We don't need.
Enter me. Enter me.
Enter.
Here we go.
I'm interculture.
So this is a kid. He has a pigeon.
like a teenager guy.
Yeah.
I hope he eats it. No.
And then he just rolls the pigeon. And then they measure how far the
Got it pretty
roll
far.
went.
How come that pigeon's not running? Run away!
He takes it is like so aggressive too.
So they breed these pigeons specifically for this sport.
Oh, to be their bowling ball.
Yeah.
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 That makes hella sense.
This is like
This
out of
is
a
so
cartoon.
weird.
How'd they discover pigeon rolling?
Yeah, that's my question. Cause like, who thought of this idea to throw a pigeon on the ground and roll it and see how long it goes?
It's like one of those kids that likes to kill things like with a magnifying glass. It's like some evil little kid thought of it and they made a whole damn thing out of it.
And I want to know who the Tom Brady of pigeon rolling is. Like, who's the best? Whoever.
Yeah, who's the
They
best?
said that they could roll up to 2 football fields.
Of pigeons?
Yeah.
No.
That's impressive. I will
It
say.
wasn't like in the Flintstones. They like bowled with some. They had like animals as part of
Yeah.
like the.
Like a squirrel or something. That, like,
No,
rolls
that
up.
wasn't. No, they had stones for that.
Okay, yeah. What was
But
the
in
one?
Alice in Wonderland, they used
Yes,
a little
Alice in
something.
Wonderland. That's what I was
Yeah,
thinking. You're right.
But how do you not know that the pigeons aren't having a good time though? Because the pigeons are probably having a blast.
How do you
They're
not
probably
know?
like trying not to vomit all day.
But they're
What?
trained for this. They're trained for this and they're bred for this.
Pigeons can handle way more G's than
But
humans.
that's not naturally what they were, and so I'm sure that they're horrified.
Yeah.
So the
I
fair,
like tumbling.
it's called the Harrow Fair, and on the website it calls the pigeons the bowling balls of the avian world, and they refer to this
Who's the
as
avian world?
They were meant to be bowling balls.
yeah, they referred to this activity as pigeon bowling at least once on the website,
Oh,
but
shit, bowling
the people
ball.
behind this are saying that there's this misconception about using the word, or like there's this controversy by using the word
There's no
bowling.
misconception.
Well,
they
no,
were
there is.
bowling.
They're not using bowling pins. I think that's kind of nice.
That's the part that they're really highlighting, saying bowling is when you knock something down.
Okay.
This is rolling.
Yeah.
not
Okay, cool.
bowling.
So we made a fucking mistake. It's still horrific.
Well, but at least you admit that you made a mistake and thank you.
Yeah, I will always admit that I'm wrong. I'm wrong. And that is really
It
wrong.
looks like he just dropped something and it just kept going.
I bet you that's how they found out. Like, someone had a pigeon as a pet, and they dropped it, and they're like,
Holy shit.
wait, that's like England, but...
Look at how far it goes. Hey, let me try. And then they try to make it go further and
He
further.
rolled 8 times. Holy
Oh,
shit.
yeah. Wait, so do they... you said they can't fly?
That's what they claimed in one of these videos.
I mean, he didn't even
try. Yeah, he was just like, fuck
It's like,
it.
am I done here yet? And the guy's like, nope, next person.
Yeah, so they're saying that they really love the birds and they're not trying to harm the birds at all. That this is just like any other animal sport, like racing horses or dogs.
What? No, because unless those pigeons naturally roll up like that and roll around.
Well, they did say that the way that they are created is meant for rolling.
No, that's probably a defense tactic. Like if they're getting away from something, like they can tumble and still survive. I don't think they're meant to be.
We're giving jobs to the
around.
pigeons that can't fly.
Yes.
Like you're not thinking about. They're like the Walmart greeters of
You're not
pigeons.
giving jobs because they're not. What are they getting?
They get bird feed, hopefully.
Yeah, that's their jobs.
But they would get feed.
They get tortured.
But you know,
The
okay.
person tossing the pigeons get a trophy.
That's
I
what
don't
he
give no
said.
fuck about the person tossing
It's
it.
fine then.
You know what? Then they're profiting off of their loss, which is like some cultural appropriation.
Oh no.
Some pigeon appropriation.
They're appropriating the pigeon's culture. I will say this though. I never thought you could roll a pigeon for 2 football
I know,
fields. That's
right?
impressive.
Only the specific.
I don't believe that.
I just picture a pigeon going. I'm like, what the fuck?
What if you're a pigeon toad? Is it still appropriation?
Oh,
Yes,
Oh my
it is.
god.
Because
I need to talk to a supervisor, a target team member, someone who has some more information.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I could even throw a ball for 2 football fields. How the fuck could they throw a pigeon?
How?
No, the pigeon rolls.
By itself?
Shouldn't like friction and like gravity and everything slow the pigeon down?
Eventually.
Like,
No, he's doing
I
its
don't
own
think
work.
It's possible.
I think
The
if you got
pigeons,
Joe
right?
Montana to roll a pigeon, he'd probably go pretty far.
we used to roll those roly-polies.
Pigeon.
That's all I got, guys.
Hey, it's if these guys are really into rolling shit, how come they don't roll hedgehogs instead? Because they roll.
That's true.
Like Sonic,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sony.
They just chuck hedgehogs instead.
They could also just roll themselves.
What's a ball?
Yeah, but people don't roll for long.
That's true.
They could roll down.
Some people can roll.
Oh, maybe down a hill.
Just maybe like you breed people to roll.
There is
that's
a
pretty good.
competition of who gets down the hill the fastest, and people
Oh,
just
the
roll
running,
down
right?
the. No, you fall. It's a falling contest, and it's so fucking funny. There's just people tumbling down the hill, hitting each other. Like there's people that's like leaving on stretchers and shit. They take it serious.
Where is that? Like in Germany or
Dude,
something?
Not
that's
a
like-
lot of your peoples.
That's like the biking thing where they take dirt bikes off of like fucking cliffs and shit, and they do it just to land and try to stay on the bike. But a lot of times they wipe out and fucking like end up in wheelchairs and shit. Yeah, it's like a whole.
People
like,
are stupid. They're meant to like Darwin themselves out of.
My favorite video, one of my favorite videos ever, is the guy who basically founded this sport of like just taking a dirt bike off a fucking rock, like off a cliffside. He looks in the camera and he raises his visor and he's like, "Life's too short not to go big, gotta go big." He shoves the visor down, he goes off a fucking cliff, and he hits the bottom and he just fucking falls off his bike and rolls like 87 times. Like
he died?
He looks like he died. Hey, he went to the hospital, had to get his spine fucking checked and shit. And then like part of this video, like it's supposed to be inspirational, is him getting back on the bike and doing it again, like 5 months later.
Meant to die.
But it's like, what the fuck? This guy's like a fucking maniac. It's amazing. It's good shit.
It's 100% no for me on the pigeon roll.
Yeah, same.
I need more
Can't see
information.
anything good out of it though.
But they get a better fate than the geese because the geese get all their feathers plucked out of them and then they make jackets.
But if it was a chicken, though, would it make it better?
No.
Because chickens look really
Wait, how do
funny.
you feel about sheep then?
Well, they just shear the sheep. Like
doesn't hurt them.
It doesn't hurt them unless it's like there's certain ones that do mass production where like it does hurt them and cut them and stuff. But like you buy from like a local place, they just shear the sheep and they make some.
Same
what
with
about,
alpaca,
what about
like
a
in
big
Peru.
spider? What about that? Y'all don't like spiders, right? What if I
down
rolled
with
a
it.
big spider?
I like spiders.
Yeah,
I love spiders. You know how useful they are?
No?
I just think that animals should
I
be
thought
able
you
to
were
do
okay.
what they do in like animal life. Like
In the Philippines, there's this game that actually Kalila was teaching me about, and as a kid, she would go and collect spiders, and it's
Ew.
where you put the spiders on like a stick and you have them fight each other.
Oh, shit. Spider fights?
Spider cockfights.
It's not my story, but this just reminded me because I love spiders. Kalila loves spiders.
Why?
that's not fair if you pit like a black widow versus like a garden spider.
Right.
That's sad.
Well,
That's
no,
not
they
fair.
would. It was like a specific type of spider that would do this.
That would fight.
So you had to find it. But spiders are hella
Can
useful.
you help me love spiders? Because right now our backyard and our front yard and our entire house is teeming with spiders.
It's all in your head. You just have to be like, okay,
But
you're.
I get bit by them, and then I have these ugly welts.
Oh, they bite you?
I don't get bit.
Wow.
But I would rather get bitten by like a bitten.
Yeah.
Which one is it?
Bit.
Bit by a spider that has no venom, like a daddy longleg. They can barely bite you, daddy longlegs. And people.
Daddy longlegs are the best.
I don't care about those as much.
I don't care about this.
If you have a black widow, then like no, you should get it out of your house.
Like
there's
fat
so
ones,
loose.
like big fat ones.
The problem is they just don't roll for very long. I don't think. Like I think that a chicken would probably roll for a long time because they're shaped like a ball already,
And they're cute.
and they're very cute.
It's
Any
funny,
cute
like
animal like a rabbit or a fucking hamster, just roll them. They look so cute. Puppies, just roll.
One of my
puppies.
favorite things to do is when my cat's on the bed, I like to just push him over and
Oh
watch
yeah,
him fall on
he's
the-
cute though. He likes getting pushed over. He's
How does he like it?
He just flops, dude.
he flops down. He's like, and then he just goes like this for you to rub his belly.
Yeah, and he starts like rubbing his head on the fucking side of the.
wait, pushing him off the bed. Or...
No, he's on the
He's
bed.
on
I
the
just
bed like
plop
this,
him.
and he's like meow, and then you just push him over, and he's like,
Oh yeah.
And then he starts rubbing his head in the
That's like
sheets
he's
and
not
shit.
falling.
No, it's a
Cow
plop.
tipping.
Wait,
That's terrible.
off the bed?
No. He plops on the bed.
no.
Cow tipping is
And
nuts.
he'll do it himself too. Like if no one's pushing him over, he'll just go
Yeah.
like he just flops down.
Cats have done that.
Affection. Cats like to like run their heads into you.
Yeah, dude.
He does that to
That's how they
William.
show love. It's by rubbing their face on your face. That's them.
Oh, my
telling
cat
you that
really
they
loves
love you.
Like nuzzling, because that's what animals.
My cat bites my hair if I don't get up, because like at first he'll be really cool. He's like, "Hey, get up, it's time." And then if I'm like, "Oh, I just want to sleep longer," then he'll start like going in there and like
my
just start
God.
biting
It's
me.
nuts.
He starts to hit me in my face. He bites my nose.
Dang.
He bites my earrings off.
I'm gonna roll your cat. Your cat deserves to be rolled.
Dude, he uses his body as a wedge to pick her head up from. I'm
Yeah.
not kidding.
Yeah, and he makes sure that, and then he'll lay down in the spot where my head was, so that I can't lay it back down.
Cute.
Why don't you throw the cat?
I have like pushed him off the bed before, but
Because they always land.
he jumps
No,
back.
they'll
Yeah.
come back.
He's like a little alarm clock. I hit snooze, and then he comes back 10 minutes later, and he's like, "Hey, you ready?"
That's why we close our door and like we don't let our cats go
Oh,
in.
they do
But
that
then they carpet the thing. Yeah.
Carpet.
You have to look at our
little
bedroom
furry
carpet.
paw.
It's fucked up. And then he like pushes his body on the bed on the door,
door.
so it sounds like.
I have to lock him in the bathroom.
Yeah, I have 2 cats.
Have you tried that, Tiff? I have to lock him in the bathroom because
Like on the
he can't
first
clog the
floor.
carpet. It's just like he's over
Cats
there.
be wild.
But even then, he does that shit with the door, man. He puts his paws on the door. He's like,
Yeah.
he'll do that for 25 minutes.
Pull at the door like this.
You know
Yeah.
when there was what was it? What's it when you lose an hour?
Daylight savings
Daylight
time.
savings. My mom. So my cat would wake my mom up the same way every morning at like 6
Yeah.
a.m. and at daylight savings, he was
5
waking
a.m.
at 5 a.m. He starts by knocking her glasses off of the
Yeah,
side thing. Then he'll like climb onto the bed, like try and paw at her. Then he'll take a cord and go. I mean, it's like she's like, I had no choice but then to get up because it's so annoying.